Can't wait for this next conversation. You just heard the candidates' comments, but what were they really saying on that stage in Sin City? Ryan Foley is a body language expert joining us to really give us the break it all down truth. Good morning to you.
Thanks for being
here.
Well, thanks, Melissa. I appreciate it.
I was just telling you, I'm fascinated with your knowledge to watch people's body language. So you're going to teach us a thing or two, and maybe from now on, during things like this, we can keep a closer eye on some of that body language.
And I encourage everybody to do that, because the more you do it, the more you understand people, humans.
Okay, well, let's take a look at this first clip. Okay, so we want to know what you noticed right off during opening comments from the candidates. We see them all there. You know, everyone's sort of kind of probably warming up a little bit.
Yeah, take a look at them though. Notice that Hillary does it a little bit different. This is the very beginning of the debate. You notice anything different here?
I'm Hillary Clinton.
I'm not sure.
Well, it seems like everybody else was using their hands up, and she's sort of kind of swaying a little bit, smiling more.
Yes, yeah, that's a very astute observation. What she was doing here, she was trying to connect with the audience, because she's been thought to look a little bit untrustworthy. She has to be trustworthy. So all the other candidates were looking straight at the camera like they were doing their elevator speech, but not Hillary. She very carefully made a point to look out in the audience and connect with people.
It was her eye. Oh, I totally missed it. You're being kind to me. It was her eyes that were different then. It's just how
where she was looking.
She was connecting with the audience.
But she did smile a lot, and she had to do that through the whole debate. She had to keep it together.
Just to try to kind of make herself a little bit more.
Yeah, to keep her edge. I mean, she's already got the polling numbers.
Okay, so I have notes here. There was a moment when Hillary Clinton's biggest challenger came to her defense.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you notice when Bernie Sanders made the move?
That's the big video of the night, isn't it? So Bernie Sanders comes in, and the way he starts out, let's take a look.
Let me say something that may not be great politics. But I think
Hillary was being challenged on email, right? But Bernie steps in and says, look, I may be saying something that's not going to be good politically, but we're tired of hearing about your damn email. He does this big gesture like this. He comes to Hillary's aid. Now, everybody thinks this was a win for Hillary because it shows his support for her in this issue, but really what was happening is I think it was a win for him, because he comes to her aid. He's the rescuer. And then at the very end, when they shake hands, Hillary reaches out, thanks him, shakes his hand. He's got the upper hand. He comes around the side. Then he touches her on the arm just like this and said, no worries.
So he's welcoming. It's like, I've got your back. You feel like you trust him.
So kind,
Oh,
so he's connecting now. And I think, you know, even though he appeals to the disenfranchised on the left, he opened his appeal a little bit more with that maneuver.
Okay, so we know that Mark O'Malley may not be a well-known candidate, but you noticed something in his body language.
Right, well, of the other three candidates, he was the only one that really got in there and tried to make a showing. But take a look, I don't know if you can see the screen here, look at his face, and I'll give you the context here in a minute. See his jaw clenching at one point. He squints a little bit. This is what's happening. Okay, he had challenged Hillary's decision-making ability when it comes to use of military force, particularly before 2008. Hillary comes back and says, you know what, it was great to have his support for me as president in 2008, and his jaw clenches, and his eyes squint. And we squint when we don't like something, right? You see something you don't like, you smell something you squint. And it doesn't mean that he was angry necessarily at her. He could have just been angry at himself, thinking, oh, why did I let that one get away?
But you can see it.
If you see, it's
not
right
a word
there.
Has to be said.
Not a word. It's all
I'm going to be sitting an inch from my TV from now on and watching body language.
I love it. I get out the popcorn.
I bet you do.
I'm all about it.
Ryan Foley, thanks for coming in. Come see us again.
Well, thanks, Melissa. I really appreciate it.
We'll just check out some more people and how they're talking.
Let's do it.
Let's look in on Tom right now, see what he's really saying.
Yeah, he's going to analyze all of us now and just tell us what we're really